Hello and welcome to Cretaceous Cantina, where today we're having a look at the Fisher-Price Imaginext Jurassic World Dinosaurs Basic Assortment. Now I have 5 different dinosaurs that I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing. For those of you who don't know, Fisher-Price is a subsidiary of Mattel, so it looks like these are going to be great toys made by the same company who's giving us all these fabulous Jurassic World products this year. And I gotta say, these are the very first Imaginext items that I have ever bought. They've always caught my eye, going back 10 years ago to when I worked at Toys R Us. I was really intrigued by their Batman line, never bought anything, and I normally don't go this route, but I'm really excited about these because I just think they look really cool, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. So all these little guys share the same packaging design. There's really nothing too unique about each one. The overall design is very much the Imaginext sort of coloration with the Jurassic World logo, and then for the plastic blister you actually have an egg, and that's actually pretty cool looking. It's got some little cracks and then a little hole in the middle where it's supposed to reveal the dinosaur. Look at those eyes. I think that's probably the one thing that drew me most to these guys, was those eyes. Very Kenner-esque, like the old Kenner hatchlings. There's the bottom, and here at the back, I dig it. You got a really nice little look there at other Imaginext dinosaurs from Jurassic World, and vehicles and products, and a really nice cool little diorama scene there. Each one is different at the back in terms of the information. So for example, T-Rex, real name is Tyrannosaurus Rex, height is 13 feet, weight is 7 tons, and the diet is carnivore. I'm not sure about the 13 feet. I kind of feel like Rexy is 16 feet in Jurassic Park. Maybe 20 feet, 16? I'm not sure. But somewhere in that area, 13 just seems a little short. Here is the Raptor, and as you can see, this is the orange Raptor. Here is the back of the card. We also have the blue Raptor, which I guess they were kind of going for Velociraptor blue, perhaps. Obviously, it's painted blue, so it's literally blue. It's not just a blue stripe like blue has. And the information at the back is actually the same as the other Raptor. And then we have the Stygimoloch. Here is the back of her packaging with some information about her. And then finally we have the Compies. And this is actually a 2-pack of a little bit smaller dinosaurs than what we get in the other sets. And here's the back of the packaging for the Compies. All right, now we have these adorable little cuties out of the packaging. We're going to take a look at each one of them one at a time. Which one should we look at first? Okay, the T-Rex. Let's do it. So the T-Rex, as you might imagine, is actually the biggest one of these little guys. And we look at her here up close. It looks pretty nice. It does look like they're maintaining the colors of the screen-accurate Jurassic Park T-Rex, or Rexy. And I quite like that, even though the paint applications are obviously pretty simple and not a whole lot of detail there. It's got a very nice sculpt, again, very cutesy. And again, what drew my attention to these was the eyes. I love that cat eye sort of effect that they gave them. Very similar to what Kenner did with the old Jurassic Park hatchlings. And this one looks particularly cute. I really like the face, a very lizard-like aesthetic to her. And just looking at those yellow eyes really catches your eye. No pun intended there, of course. And, you know, pretty simple sculpt, but it looks good enough. The plastic's a little bit shiny in some areas and a little bit more dull in some areas, like here on bottom. But she's got a very nice sculpt. She's got nice detail. You can see a little Jurassic World logo right there. And for the most part, I am digging it. For articulation, you can move her arms up at the front there, and then you can move her back legs. So that is pretty cool. And she stands quite easily without any issue, which is also really important. Next, let's take a look at the Velociraptor. And this is our orange Raptor, which has a very red-orange sort of color to her. Again, very catchy looking eyes. Those look really nice. And I'm really digging the color. I really like that deep red-orange. And she's got more of a yellowish tan underbelly. And again, very nice sculpt, very cute looking. And what's interesting is that they didn't paint the underside of the tail. It's just an orange tail, maybe to keep costs down, which is fine because these are $3.88 a piece at Walmart. For articulation, same as the T-Rex, you can move the forelimbs and you can move the hind limbs. And it's pretty nice how you can move them around, just so you can mix up the poses ever so slightly. Nothing at the neck, nothing at the jaws, and you can see her sickle claws right there. Of course, she also stands very nicely as well. And then we have the blue Velociraptor, which is a very true blue color. It's a very pure blue color, I would say. And she's got the same eyes. I think the underbelly is actually the same exact color. If I bring the other one, oh no, actually the underbelly is a little bit lighter if you compare it to the orangey red raptor. So that is very interesting to note. But like the other raptor, the tail is actually solid blue as well. So very interesting. And articulation, of course, is the same on this other raptor as well. It's the same exact sculpt, just the colors are a little bit different. And you cannot pose the tail, even though it looks like you might be able to turn it, you actually cannot. I'm not quite sure which one I like better. I'm kind of leaning maybe towards the orangey looking raptor, but I definitely dig the blue one too. Next, we have the Stygimoloch, which was the breakout star of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and looking very cute as well. You see she's got a little beak here at the front. She's got her white dome there, and then of course the little spiky protrusions at the back of her skull. And she's also more bumpy looking, which is in line with the aesthetic from Fallen Kingdom. And again, the coloration here, like Rexy, is pretty similar to how she appeared in Fallen Kingdom. So that is pretty nice. And like the raptors, you can see that the tail is a solid color. Like the raptors, the articulation is going to be the same. So you have movement here at the front for the front forelimbs. And then you can move the hind limbs as well. Very, very nice. And it's also very sturdy, so you can just set it there on the surface like so. And then finally, we have the Compies, and you get 2 of them since they are smaller than any of the other figurines. These are actually my favorite pack out of the bunch. I really love the look of the Compies. This is probably the most adorable one of all, I would say. Just such a fun look at this little dino. And I really like the sculpt. I like the little ridges and bumps on the body. And the little teeth kind of peeking out there. That's just fun. And then the big old eyes. Love that. Very bird-like, of course, very lizard-like. And you can actually rotate the head on this one, which is pretty cool. But that's the only point of articulation on the Compies. You cannot move anything else other than the head. The other Compie is more in a crouched down position. Again, you can move the head, and the coloring is actually a little bit different. She's a little brighter than the other Compie. If I bring the other one back in, you can see that this other one is a little bit darker of a green color, whereas this one's a little bit more bright looking. But also has a very nice sculpt to her, and also has the very nice ridging and the really cool looking eyes. So that is very fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. These are the Fisher-Price Imaginext Jurassic World Basic Dinosaur Assortment figurines. Overall, you guys, I really like these. I gotta say, I didn't expect to like them this much, but I really do. Obviously, they're more cartoony. They're a little bit more child-based than what we get from Mattel's regular Jurassic World movie line, but I'm totally okay with that. These obviously have a different demographic, but that doesn't mean that the quality or the execution should suffer in any way. And I think in that respect, that's what stands out to me about these the most, is that they just really feel like quality. They look great, and I really do like the paint applications. I really do appreciate the fact that Mattel kept the paint schemes pretty movie accurate. Even though they're pretty simple, not all that detailed, they stayed pretty true to the films, other than maybe the Raptors, but the T-Rex, the Stygimoloch, the Compies, all of those feel very film accurate in terms of coloration. This is a great junior line. I don't know that I have all of them from the basic assortment. If I'm missing any, you guys let me know. I couldn't find a checklist online. But I really like what I found, and this kind of makes me want to get the other Imaginext products that are out there. Just bringing back the card back here, obviously they have a huge range of dinosaurs packed with humans, vehicles, and that giant Tyrannosaurus Rex. So I don't know, I might grab a couple of these. Mosasaurus catches my eye. I thought the Dimetrodon looked really cool in the store, and maybe the Gyrosphere that comes with Claire. There's also a Jungle Explorer, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, for the single packs, there may be others. I don't know. Let me know. If there is a wave 2 at some point, I'll definitely want to track those down as well. All right, my friends, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. For the latest updates, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. As always, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Cretaceous Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.